Hey guys, so today I want to talk about one of the most important lessons in Pokemon business, especially with English Pokemon cards. This is one of the biggest things that can be emphasized. And I really like to talk about this because it's really interesting. It applies to a lot of things outside of Pokemon, a lot of business outside of Pokemon, and I want to talk about it. So it's someone said this in my comments in another video, and it's really true. So you got to remember your buyers in the bull market and remember your distributors in the bear market. They said that a couple weeks ago, but it's really resonated with me. I wrote it down and I want to make a video about it because it's really smart, and a lot of people who are new in the business like I was a couple years ago do not know this, and they don't understand how it works. So if you're new and you want to start your own Pokemon business, listen up. This is one of the most important pieces of advice that you can take from anything you're watching. I've got a ton of product here. A lot of it is older product, not much newer product. It's got some Journey Together or whatever, but this is more of like the back stock, right? The older inventory. Because no one can get new inventory right now. All we got is like a couple booster bundles, binder collection of Black Bolt, White Flare. That's beside the point. How are you going to get new product in a bull market like this? How are you going to do it? You can't, because the distributors don't want to work with you. They treat you like trash. I'll tell you firsthand. If you're not a big customer or if you're not a loyal customer, they will treat you like trash. And you're going to sit there, you're going to grieve, and you're going to complain like I did. I'm going to complain that they're treating me like trash. But the reality of it is it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's just how business is. That's how business works. That's how businesses like this work. It's a loyalty thing. If you put in the effort, if you help out the distributor when they're struggling, when they're prosperous in the bull market, you're going to get supply. And this is why I preach to sell your products once you have a great gain. This is for business owners, business people who want to run a business. Yeah, there's some investing side. I do some of that too, and it's a smaller part because I want cash flow. But for business owners, people who want to run a Pokemon business, as you can hold shorter term investments that you're sure that are going to make money. For example, 151. I got some Blooming Waters boxes, whatever. I got the Costco packs, whatever. You hold those until you see some significant gains. Let's say you got 5 times your money, 500% gain. That's huge. Don't be greedy. Sell it and sit on that cash until the bear market comes again, because that is going to be the greatest opportunity of your lifetime. Unless you have an unlimited amount of capital already, or you have a large cash flow already, it makes no sense to sit on your investment. And I'll make a separate video about that in a different video to explain my entire thought process, because it's probably quite controversial because of those long-term holding investors want to hold 10-20 years. But I'm telling you, if you want to run a business, you got to remember your distributors in the bear market. That's something that a lot of people say, but you really don't understand this if you haven't been through it. So let me try to get it through to you in our bull market right now. We're in a bull market right now, but I'm still going to try to explain it to you. You're not even going to realize it. I didn't even realize it. That's why I'm stuck here with little to no modern product, because I didn't realize it 2 years ago. When you're in a bull market, your sales are going to slow, and you might think that, oh, you know, if you're busy with other things in your life, you're not going to realize, right? Oh, we're in a bull market, no, a bear market. No one's going to tell you, oh yeah, the bear market's starting, it's going to end in a year, right? You're going to realize, because there's going to be indicators. Sales are slowing. The distributors, they open up pre-orders again. Nothing's allocated. You can buy as much as you want. They start selling things far below retail, even below pre-order price, as they try to clear things out. And that's when you got to take advantage. All those theme decks, even booster boxes. Can you imagine how crazy that is? If 2 years ago you want to take 1,000 booster boxes of Paradox Rift, your distributor will give you a great deal and will be jumping for joy. And now if you want to buy Paradox Rift, you're paying $300 a box. And it's not even like you have to buy junk. You literally can just buy regular good products, booster boxes, ETBs. You don't even need to buy ancillary products, and you can do that and get in the good books. It's such a small risk investment because the market is cyclical. If you have any experience in through one whole cycle of the market, you will know this market keeps cycling. It's highly cyclical, and you'll reap those gains in just a couple years. Maybe it changes this time. We have a black swan event, and the market doesn't do well until 10 years later. Well, still, it will go back at some point. For a franchise as lively as Pokemon, it's impossible that even if they start declining, that there isn't one last hurrah. For example, Pokemon Go releasing in 2016. It was pretty dead for Pokemon up until they released that game, right? And then Pokemon TCG Pocket that released in 2024, 2025. Even if it's slow and you're losing hope and you can't stomach the bear market, just know, even if the franchise is dying, there will be one more hurrah. So don't worry. Buckle down when the market is low and just buy from the distributors so you get in the good books, get that spending history up. And the most important thing actually is the pre-order history. So one of the big thing was I was buying that dead inventory, which is why the distributor still gives me some modern products, but I wasn't pre-ordering because I was like, that's risky. Why would I take on that risk? Why would I pre-order 100 boxes when I know I'm not going to be able to sell them? And I could just wait till it releases and order at the same price, however much I want, because no one wants this stuff, right? But that doesn't work. You got to once the bear market starts, you can go to your distributor and ask them, in the bull markets, don't use those words, just say, when the product supply is low, how are allocation numbers determined? So then they'll tell you it's going to be a mix of pre-order history support and overall purchase history, or whatever they tell you, just do it. If it's pre-order history support, pre-order as much as you can. Save all your capital now. Sell all your investments at a high. Save that capital and buy in the bear market in the way the distributor wants you to buy. Whatever they want you to do, and start to sell it. You can blow it out at break even if you want, if you need to return capital, or you can save it and reap the benefits in a year, right? But whatever you do, you got to buy it, because that's remembering your distributors in the bear market, because then they'll remember you in the bull market. You're going to have so much overstock, first of all, because you bought all that product that no one wanted, but now suddenly everyone wants. And then on top of that, you're going to be getting new releases. Is that not a win-win-win? Like, everyone wins. The distributor wins, you win, and the customer wins if you remember them in the bull market. So you will win if you're buying in the bear market as much as you can from the distributor. So save your cash now. That's what I'm doing, because I learned my lesson, and I'm going to go hard when the bear market comes eventually. Now, why do you have to remember your buyers in the bull market? Because if you're growing a business, you need to build reputation and you need to build repeat customers. In Canada, we have some big TCG retailers. Like, they only do TCG, like hobbies and games. Like, it's not like Walmart. Those card shops that do hobbies and games. We have like 401 Games. We have Hobbiesville. Those are like the biggest ones, right? And if you look at their pricing in the bull markets, they have like pretty much market pricing, just a little under market pricing. And that's because they can't have all the product flying off the shelves, right? They can't sell at MSRP, or else all the scalpers are going to buy them. But that's because they've already built their empire. It's like McDonald's. McDonald's has so much pricing power because that's McDonald's. You're going to go anyways. If they don't have a coupon in the app, but you want McDonald's, you're still going to go to McDonald's. So that's why those big companies that are able to price high in bull markets and not get any hate or minimal hate, because people understand, and they have new customers every day, they have loyal customers, so there's nothing much you can do about it. But you can't replicate that. You can't do that because you're not on that level. Everyone is not on that level unless you're at the top. You got to remember your buyers from the bear market and the bull market. So you can't price stuff at crazy prices. You got to find the balance between, not having any product at all on your store and pricing it reasonably. Limit the products, right? One per customer, but sell it reasonably. Since you're getting product now from your distributor for new releases because you supported them in the bear market, you can also support your buyers in the bull market. So if you have new releases, you get like a huge allocation because you supported your distributor, then support the buyers that supported you. Because how were you able to support this distributor? Because whoever bought from you in the bear market gave you cash flow, right? So remember them and be fair. And if you do that, it's a really great way to build up your business. If you become the top dog, you can do whatever you want, and then everything else just doesn't matter. The business structure, how everything works, the pricing, everything will be different. But for now, if you're growing the business, you need to build your reputation and build repeat customers and build in your community. So especially if you're opening a physical store, do it right, do it the right way. Remember your distributors in the bear market. Remember your supporters in the bull market. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. It's a really important lesson for people trying to start an English Pokemon card business. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Click any of the videos on the screen if you want to see more, and subscribe to join the journey, guys.